Hello guys, and welcome to some more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. In this video you're going to see some massive battles between the Velociraptor and the T-Rex. Currently we're going to just have a tiny little battle between 500 Velociraptors against 500 T-Rex, and ultimately we will make this battle bigger and bigger. Alright then. So it's loading. I would like to invite you guys to subscribe to my channel, and also to check out my official sponsor G2A.com, which is down below there. You can get the games much cheaper compared with Steam. So guys, here we have the Velociraptor, and they're gonna fight against T-Rex. Right now it's 1v1, so I mean it's one-on-one. But hopefully the best will win. We shall see whom. As I said, I'm gonna check out what's gonna happen in this battle, and ultimately I'm gonna create a massive battle which hopefully is going to be much more balanced. So let's get going. Velociraptor. Oh my god, they're dying so fast. But the T-Rex is dying as well. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Yeah, let's see how much damage did the Velociraptor manage to do. 22 T-Rex. Okay. 22 T-Rex. So basically, guys, we need a lot more Velociraptors. So I'm gonna keep 1,000 T-Rex. How about that? Versus 20,000 Velociraptors. Is this massive? It is. Okay. The Velociraptors are gonna be many, or maybe not, because they're gonna have they're gonna be tightened up in one row. Anyway, we will see. So here begins, guys, the massive battle between Velociraptors and T-Rex. Let's see how everything evolves. Let's see what the Velociraptor can do. And if everything is good, guys, by the end of the video I should make a really huge battle with you know, something to crush the game, maybe, between Velociraptors and T-Rex. Okay, let's get going. We've got 999 T-Rex versus 20,000 Velociraptors. May the best win, guys. It looks like the Velociraptors won this one, guys. And they have some losses. I mean, they couldn't handle 2,000 T-Rex, and I guess they couldn't handle 1,500 T-Rex, but they could have handled 200 or 300 more T-Rex. Okay, but since I want to end this with style, I want to show you something. A massive battle, guys, because Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator is all about massive battles. So here you get it. 40,000 Velociraptors versus 40,000 T-Rex. We're not gonna get 40,000 T-Rex, but we're gonna fill the whole map with T-Rex. So that's gonna be quite satisfactory. Anyway, guys, there will be lag, as I said. Actually, let's go for 80. No, not 80. 60. Actually, let's go for 80. Because we're gonna get around 20,000 T-Rex and 80,000 Velociraptors. Guys, this is going to be just crazy. Just what you needed. You cannot play Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator without making battles like this. As I said, my frames per second are gonna drop like mad, but it's going to be pretty crazy. Okay, it's something you want to see. It's something you don't see really often. 80,000 Velociraptors fighting against 20,000 or how many? 30,000. We actually got 30,000 T-Rex in this, guys. So this battle is between 110 units. I spent around $5,000 on this computer. I bought the most powerful video card. You may ask me, why didn't you buy two? Well, because for real-time strategy games, 2 video cards doesn't really make a big difference. Actually, 1 video card has a better performance than 2. With Grand Theft Auto 5, yes, the video card is gonna help a lot. But for real-time strategy games, 1 video card it's gonna do just fine. So here we have it, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. I'm gonna zoom out so you can see. Those are T-Rex, guys. That's how 30,000 T-Rex look like. I guess there were millions, hundreds of millions during the prehistorical age or whenever these guys were. Mesozoic or something. I have no idea. Okay. What I know is this. The battle has to start. And I'm gonna say start. And it's not even lagging that much. Right now I'm currently having around 3 or 4 frames per second. So I think we're doing pretty good considering how huge this battle actually is. Usually guys, the more you zoom out, the more frames per second, I mean, we will have less frame per second, as there will be more computer power necessary to calculate whatever it calculates. It requires a lot of computer power to actually, you know, when you zoom out. When you zoom in, for example, if I just zoom in and focus on this, guys, I can actually get some much better frames per second. Look, right now we have, or it should have around, yeah, we have 4 to 5 frames per second. And as I zoom out, we're actually losing. And as you can see, we're slowly going towards 2 frames per second, maybe 1 if I zoom out even more. Yeah, 2 to 3. When I was really close to the ground, we were having around 4 to 5 frames per second. We can also control the units, and Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator is pretty epic, actually. And this game was coming from an independent developer. So this is what you see here is the work of a man, of one single man. He made over $1 million with this game, over $1,500,000 with this game. You know, if you check Steam Spy and then you do the calculations, how many copies he sold, what was the average price, how much he has to pay to the Steam, what's the, you know, the share cut for Steam, what are the taxes that he has to pay, and then what he gets in his pocket. It's over $1 million. And as far as I'm concerned, he got a he rented a studio in Canada, and right now he's working on something new, or I think he's still working on Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator or something new. I have no idea actually. But this looks pretty epic. So yeah, this is Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, guys. It's really great, especially when they added a mod. The Velociraptor is a modded unit. It comes from the community. There are Jedi, there are Stormtroopers, there are droids, mortar units, Spider-Man, Batman, Osama Bin Laden, whatever you want, name it. It's in there. You can also create your own mod and add it to the game. That's pretty crazy. The night is coming. I'm gonna zoom out a little more now. So I'm just gonna say it again, guys. This is the battle between 80,000 Velociraptors versus 30,000 T-Rex. The T-Rex take a lot of space because they are huge, but the Velociraptor doesn't require that much space because they are smaller in size. Therefore, they take less space on the map. And now, if you wonder how does my computer not die or not set fire or something, well, right now it's pretty much at the limit. That's I gotta be fair with that. I do have a Titan X Pascal. It was when I bought the computer in 2017 around February. It was the latest, the best video card out there, Titan X Pascal. I also have a pretty good CPU. I have actually I don't have a hard drive. I have a solid state drive and a hybrid drive. So basically my computer opens up in a matter of seconds. I have a SSD, solid state drive of 2 terabytes, and a hybrid between HDD and SSD of 6 terabytes. So I have around 8 terabytes of space. And as I said, the Titan X Pascal does a really great job. Of course, sometimes it does overheat. It does, you know, sometimes I ask too much of it. And usually that's what I do on my channel. Massive battles, guys. That's what I'm trying to create. But sometimes video games simply don't take it. Sometimes games that I want to play and make massive battles on don't take massive battles, are not built for massive battles, and that's what I hate about it. We do have Total War right now. Let's say you can do massive battles there, but not really, to be honest. In the past, I think the games in the past were much more permissive with that, because the graphics were not too outrageous, and the focus was more on gameplay rather than on graphics. The graphics were 2D, so imagine that it didn't require a lot of computer power. But with games nowadays, it requires a lot more computer power. So it's harder and harder to do massive battles. And I would love to see much more game developers have such an approach to video games, where you can actually do, when you are actually allowed by the game to create massive battles, not just 20 men fighting against 20 men. Take for example Warcraft 3. Massive. Take for example Red Alert 2. You can do massive battles there. Of course, if you are in the multiplayer, you may have lag depending what type of connection your enemy has or something, but in the single player you can spam those Kirov airships like a madman, and no one would dare to mess with you. And there it is. 30,000 T-Rex guns. They filled the whole map. The Velociraptors lose a lot. I mean, there's no chance the Velociraptors can win. And there were 80,000 Velociraptors, guys. 80,000. And only 30,000 T-Rex. And so far, more than 53,000 Velociraptors died, and only around 3,000 T-Rex. So pretty much 15 times more Velociraptors die per second than T-Rex. If you wonder who's gonna win, I guess the answer is right in front of you. Yeah, the Velociraptors lost a lot of ground and are losing a lot of ground still. The frames per second improved because we don't have 80,000 Velociraptors on the map anymore, so we get around 7-6 frames per second. So that's pretty good on one hand. On the other hand, they are losing. So they're just gonna get extinct T-Rex wins. T-Rex for the win. You guys might have liked the Velociraptor more, but you cannot mess with the T-Rex. It's way too powerful. Big, tough guy. The Velociraptor is surrounded and so on. It's pretty crazy. Guys, I would like to remind you to subscribe and to also check out my official sponsor, G2A.com. They are my official sponsor. So if you plan to buy any games and if you plan to get them really cheap, G2A is the place. And there is a link down there in the description. And if you use the SHD code, you can actually get a 3% discount, a 2% cashback on any game that you buy. I would really appreciate if you use that link when you make a game purchase. It helps me a lot. It helps me to keep doing this. And the Velociraptor is those things, guys.